Hello, everybody. Somebody a while ago recommended to me that I should go to a Taiwanese supermarket or grocery store and show kind of what they have in there. So I'm going to do that today. I don't actually have to buy that much, and I don't really grocery shop that much because I have really just a kitchenette. I am moving in the future, so hopefully that will change. But yeah, I just buy kind of meat, fruits, and veggies, just small stuff there. Sometimes I'll get beer there. So yeah, I'll show you a little bit around what is there. There aren't that many different grocery stores in Taiwan. I'll show you a list of all the chains here, but the biggest two are Carrefour and PX Mart, I believe. So today I'm going to be going to Carrefour. It's not the biggest kind of grocery store. There are two kinds of Carrefours. There's the Carrefour Market, and it's like orange on the outside, and then there's also like the Carrefour that's multiple stories and it's like inside of a mall. That one is more akin to a Walmart, whereas this one that I'm going to is more like the same size of like a dollar store in America. So they still have everything that I need, just meat, fruits, veggies, beer, the essentials. So we can go ahead and check that out. I will kind of do a voiceover. I'm not going to talk that much while I'm in there. I don't want to bother other people, but I'll talk about the prices, what I normally buy when I'm there, and what it's like. A lot of people in Taiwan will also go to traditional markets instead of these grocery stores, and I would like to do that more, but I don't live very close to one, whereas this Carrefour is like a 5-minute walk away from my house. So I'm just gonna go to that one, and that's where I normally go. So if you have any questions about traditional markets, let me know, because I will do a video on traditional markets in the future. And let's go to Carrefour right now.
So, like I said, we're going to do a little voiceover instead of talking while I'm in there just to avoid bothering people. But this is the Carrefour. You can see it's orange and it has the market symbol there. So I walk in, get myself a cart. And as soon as I walk in, you'll see fruits and veggies. Most of the fruit is pretty similar to what you'll see in America. They do have some different things, like guava is pretty common here. Avocados, I mean, you'll get those in America too. But in the veggies, they'll have different things like bamboo shoots, baby corn, okra. More things that you'll see in Asian markets. A lot of mushrooms too. And they do have beef, but most of the beef is imported from Australia. Pork and chicken, I think, come from Taiwan, but a lot of the beef you'll see comes from either Australia or New Zealand or America. You can see here, I'm going to pause here. The yellow line on this means that there's a sale because it's about to expire. So if you go late at night, just like in grocery stores in the West too, you'll get a decent sale on some meats. I did put this in my cart, but I ended up not getting it because I didn't think I would have time to eat it. This right here is, oop, I dropped some, I need to be more careful. This is paper money that's meant to be burnt for gods or ancestors as an offering. This specific kind, this pack here is for a local god called Tudigong, and this stuff is just burnt for prayer. There's a bunch of other prayer supplies there, including incense here too. So if you're a Taoist, you can go ahead and pray to your ancestors or local gods. There's beer here, of course. And over here they have eggs and fish. I know eggs were talked about a lot in the U.S. economy earlier this year, so egg prices here are pretty low. You can get a dozen for, that's about $2. Even though I don't eat eggs that much. They do have fish here too, like salmon, shrimp, tuna, I think, is available in some areas. These balls up here, these are fish balls. Usually they're used in things like hot pot. This is their alcohol selection. Usually it's going to be American or Japanese stuff if it's imported. A lot of this stuff here is Japanese. And behind here you'll see a huge wall of different kinds of teas. They also have dried fruit and chocolate and candies. Again, a lot of these things are Japanese. A lot of them are imported from Japan and the US. Yeah, and they have nuts too, which, I mean, they're expensive everywhere, but they are, of course, still expensive in Taiwan too. Here they have different daily necessities. I didn't really walk over in this area, but they have things like toilet paper and toothbrushes and just daily stuff. Here's more tea and coffee. They do actually have Starbucks coffee here. I'm surprised. You can get it from Starbucks in Taiwan. They do have a Starbucks, but normally I buy my coffee from like Costco or local coffee shops. Here is a wall of rice, tons of different kinds of rice. Usually the rice that I see is either Japanese, Taiwanese, or Thai. There they have milk and juice. This frozen meat is sliced, usually used for hot pots. They have different ice creams and popsicles here as well. I actually do see my favorite ice cream right here. It has blackberries in it. I love this stuff. It's kind of expensive, so I don't get it that much, but it is really good. They have other frozen things here like uh, dumplings. They have chicken nuggets, hash browns, French fries, things that you'll see in the American frozen section as well, but with the addition of dumplings, things like that. Um, there's oil, cooking oils. They do have some things that are unique to Asia that you won't see in traditional markets like America, like this curry here, curry powder, Japanese style curry. You can't find those in Asian markets in the U.S., but not as common. This is a wall of ramen, a whole aisle of ramen, actually, different kinds of ramen. I think most of the ramen I see in Taiwan comes from Korea and Japan. They do have some canned meats like Spam here as well, if you're into that kind of thing. They do have a lot of different snack foods, again, from Japan and the US mostly. Goldfish, Lay's, Pringles, those are available here as well. And then they have cold beer at the front. This beer is usually stuff that you'll see in like 7-Eleven and other convenience stores. So maybe a little bit cheaper here, but pretty much the same selection. And they do have games at the front for kids, so that's kind of cool. All right, so let's get into what I actually ended up getting there.
So I'm recording this now on a different day. It's been a few days since I recorded that video of me going to the grocery store, but I got my receipt here. I didn't buy that much, like I said. I got some beer. I got that ice cream that I said was my favorite, and I got some chicken breasts. In total, I spent 455 NTD. I don't know the exact equivalent, but that'll be on screen for you now. I think that's, if I had to guess, around $16, something like that. And yeah, I don't know. I think the prices here are pretty decent. You'll definitely pay less for certain things at a traditional market, like meat, for example. If I wanted to buy fruits or vegetables, again, also cheaper at a traditional market usually. So that's the price I have to pay for convenience. This place is just so much closer to me, so that's where I go. Yeah, overall, I don't mind shopping at Carrefour. The staff's usually pretty helpful and nice. It's not super big, so I can get in and out pretty quickly. And then I don't have to navigate a Taiwanese market, so it makes things a little bit easier for me. Like I said earlier in the video, I am moving, so I might be doing more cooking in the future because I will have a bigger kitchen in the place that I'm moving to, but that will not be for another month or so, around a month. But I am going to Korea for about 3 weeks, so stay tuned for more videos of me in Korea. Usually it takes me a while to edit, so if you are interested in seeing me in Korea as I'm in Korea, check out my social media because I'll usually upload to my story or upload shorts quicker than I will finish editing YouTube videos. And that's because I do work a full-time job. So sometimes after sitting at the computer for 8 hours a day, I'm not always in the mood to sit down and do more editing at the computer. Just depends on how I'm feeling. I try to get videos out weekly if I can. Seems like I'm doing bi-weekly more often than not, though, recently. So follow my social media if you're interested in more consistent content for sure. All right. With that being said, I think that's about it for the video. If you have any other questions about my shopping experience in Taiwan or going to grocery stores or getting other daily necessities in Taiwan, let me know. I usually answer comments pretty quickly, and I might do a follow-up video in the future if there are enough questions. So with that being said, again, thank you for watching and see you in the next one.